They've come rolling into Texas for the big showdown to the south side of Dallas in an Ellis County town at a track where Waco Willie set a standard for us all, where every time they open up, the records start to fall. It's the finals of the chaos in the OFAA. It's the race that when it's over, all the people proudly say, I was there when it happened and I saw it all go down when the champions of the season wrapped it up and claimed the crown. Come on in and find a spot for yourself and for your crew. It's good to see you here and to get to know each one of you. We've been racing around the country, seeing old friends and some new, and we're closing out the season of 2022. Lining up on the right side in the Toyota lane, coming into this race, number 6 in the points, with a shot, finishing in the top 5. Dustin Bradford from San Antonio, Texas. Both of these cars, supercharged, fuel-injected, methanol-burning machines. Chevrolet Monte Carlo body machine on the left side. We talked about you don't see a lot of G bodies in funny car. This one is a nice one. We saw a whole lot of G body for 4 years with Ken Singleton's Monte Carlo body funny car. Doug Schneider on the left side, he got a win here at the Motorplex last year as it was a Colorado sweep at the original Nitro Madness event. All right, revs up. Here we go. Dustin Bradford's going to put a nice number on the board. He goes close to the stripe after the finish line, but he scores a 4:29 at 169 miles an hour. Dustin comes into this event after 2 final rounds. We started the season here at the Texas Motorplex in the Funny Car Classic. Wound up runner-up in a very unusual fashion. You go back and watch on Flow Racing to the Funny Car Classic in 2022. Dustin was at the starting line with Clay Cunningham. Clay went red, so the win light comes on in Dustin's lane. However, before he crossed the finish line, Dustin crossed the center stripe. That is a worse offense than the first offense, which was the red light. So Clay got the win, and Dustin wound up being the runner-up. He's been in a final round 4 times, runner-up each and every time. They have been under 4 seconds. Let's see what the car does now. He's able to stay in it all the way. He wasn't. He's saying shift, 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 and it didn't. 444, 132 as the revs went way up and Dustin had to get out of the throttle. Goes 444, so the 429 is going to keep him right where he was. Tough break right there. So the fires are lit. Dustin Bradford bringing that American Dream Dodge Challenger through the water, getting ready to strike the tires. Father Larry Bradford. Letting his son know it's good to go. Well, that new cowboy hat for Larry Bradford doesn't fly quite as easily as the Panama. Well, all right, perhaps a case of mistaken identity out there, but we have got a pair of cars out of San Antonio set to go down the racetrack in this 3rd and final qualifying shot. Well, I think they're liking it out there right now. What about a 463 and a 480? Randy Mueller, 134 miles an hour, knocks a bunch off of his best time. The 480, unfortunately, not going to be enough initially to qualify. Of course, one of the things that does happen, we do know that there are several cars who have made runs that might qualify them in the field that are going to have to withdraw. So the alternate position, not a bad place to be. Fires are lit. Here they go. C field. The index takes effect in rounds 1 and round 2. In the final, there are no caps. It's heads up, wide open. Run what you brung, hope you brung enough. You can see those high-risk shirts behind the American Dream Machine. Consultation work being provided by Ken Singleton to the American Dream Team. Green light start for both competitors, and at the top end of the racetrack, it's going to be the Dodge Challenger with a win light. 419, 162 beats a 449 at 160.5 miles an hour. Dustin Bradford had a whole shot at the starting line. He maintained the advantage all the way down the racetrack. 419 at 162 beats a 449 at 160.5 miles an hour. Former IHRA Funny Car World Champion Terry Haddock, he's got a car called the Fool's Errand. And he's got the tires smoking hot over on the Toyota side of the racetrack. Dustin Bradford comes out of San Antonio, Texas. So it's Texas versus Texas. Dustin in the hunt for a top 5 finish. The Fool's Errand Nitro Fueled Vega and the Ethanol Fueled American Dream at the finish line. Bradford turns on the win light and he will go to the final round. 416 beats a 422 in a good drag race as Dustin Bradford parlayed a big hole shot. He was holding 12 when they left the starting line, and he carried that all the way through for a win light and a spot in the final round. 416 beats a 422. So your final round will feature Texas versus Oklahoma, Bradford versus Barker. Saturday afternoon at the Texas Motorplex with Championships Saturday underway. Dustin Bradford into another final round. He's been into 2 final rounds this year. This is now his 3rd final round. We'll see if he can put the American Dream Dodge Challenger funny car into the final round. That would certainly help us put a little salve on the wounds of his father after a very inauspicious start to the weekend. Dustin Bradford left side, Alex Barker right side. Dustin indicates he is ready to go. He's in the pre-stage. Alex double bulbs and comes in. We've got 3 bulbs lit. Now we're ready for action. Red light start for Dustin Bradford as he goes down the racetrack with a 410 at 175, but left a red light on the Christmas tree, and that puts a win light over on the right side for that Oklahoma car. And Alex Barker now has his 2nd Funny Car Chaos Championship event trophy, and they are ready to celebrate.